Welcome to this deep dive into the future of AI. You guys have been asking for the inside scoop on how it's all gonna reshape our world, and well, we're diving deep with insights from none other than AI expert Mo Gawdat.
Yeah, it's funny because Mo argues that we're not just on the brink of change, but we're living through a what he calls an AI netscape moment. And he would know, right? He's been at the forefront of all this for
For
decades.
those of us who might not immediately get that comparison, break it down for us. What's so significant about this Netscape moment?
Well, think back to the early days of the internet.
Okay,
I mean, it was there, sure, but it wasn't really a thing until Netscape came along.
right.
Suddenly, the internet was accessible, exciting, and it was poised to change everything.
Yeah.
Mo believes that AI is at that same tipping point right now, exploding from just like a niche technology into something that will touch every single aspect of our lives.
Okay, so we're past the theory stage. AI is here.
Yeah.
What's got Mo so fired up about this particular moment in AI's evolution?
He points to the shift from traditional programming to what we now call deep learning. It's a completely different approach.
Okay.
In the past, we basically spoon-fed computers instructions for every single step of a task.
So it sounds like giving someone a recipe versus just like handing them a pile of ingredients and saying, figure it out.
Exactly.
Uh,
And the crazy thing is, with deep learning, we're letting computers teach themselves how to bake that cake, so to speak.
wow.
They're learning through trial and error, just like we do, but at an exponentially faster pace.
And they're getting really good at it, right? I mean, we've all seen the headlines about AI beating chess masters and even composing music.
Yeah.
Is that what has Mo so excited?
Those are certainly impressive feats, but it goes even deeper than that. Remember that Google experiment a few years back, the one with the cat paper?
Yeah.
They essentially just fed a neural network millions of images and just let it loose. The AI taught itself to recognize cats, no human instruction, just raw data.
That's both amazing and a little unnerving, right? Like, what happens when AI can teach itself anything?
That's the million-dollar question, and it leads us to some very interesting possibilities, as well as some significant challenges. But we'll delve into those in just a bit.
Okay.
For now, the key takeaway is this. AI is no longer a futuristic fantasy. It's here, it's learning, and it's already exceeding our expectations in ways we never thought possible.
So AI is mastering all these skills at lightning speed, even teaching itself.
Right.
But how does this translate into like real-world impact? What kind of future is Mo envisioning with all this brain power at our fingertips?
Well, that's where it gets really exciting, right?
Oh.
Mo paints this picture of a future where AI isn't just this tool, it's a catalyst for solving some of humanity's biggest challenges.
Okay.
We're talking about tackling climate change, maybe even eradicating poverty, pushing the boundaries of what we even think is possible in medicine and energy.
Okay, so iPhones might not grow on trees, but maybe something even better. This sounds incredibly optimistic, though.
Sure.
But what about the other side of the coin? Are there risks we should be aware of as AI becomes more and more powerful?
Well, Mo actually kind of flips the script on that.
Okay.
He says the real danger isn't some Hollywood scenario where AI becomes self-aware and turns against us.
Right.
The real question is, what will we do with this power? It's about our choices, our ethics, how we manage this transition.
So the responsibility falls on us to use this powerful tool wisely.
Okay.
Where do we even begin to unpack the ways AI could reshape our world?
Well, Mo breaks it down into a few key areas.
Okay.
First, let's talk about power and wealth.
Okay.
He suggests that we're on the verge of a massive wealth shift,
Okay.
potentially even greater than the Industrial Revolution.
Wow.
Forget billionaires, we're talking about the rise of trillionaires as AI-driven businesses just completely reshape entire industries.
That sounds a little intimidating, to be honest. More power concentrated in the hands of a few.
Yeah.
I mean, is there any upside to that kind of wealth consolidation?
It's a valid concern, for sure.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Just as AI can amplify the power of corporations, it also has the potential to empower individuals in ways we've never seen before. Think about the tools and information we have at our fingertips today that were unimaginable a generation ago.
Right.
AI could magnify that access, giving individuals the ability to create, innovate, and compete on a global scale.
So it's like a double-edged sword, I guess.
Yeah.
It could create massive disruption, but also unlock incredible opportunities if we know how to harness it effectively.
Precisely.
Okay.
Now let's address the elephant in the room.
Okay.
The job market.
Yeah.
This is where a lot of people get anxious about AI, and it makes sense.
Yeah, robots taking over, mass unemployment. It's a pretty common fear.
For sure.
How does Mo address those concerns?
Well, he says that we need to kind of shift our perspective. Instead of viewing AI as a job killer, think of it as the new electricity.
Okay.
When electricity first emerged, it transformed industries and displaced workers, of course,
Right.
but it also created tons of new opportunities and redefined how we live and work.
So the key is adaptation then.
Yeah.
We need to learn how to work with AI, not fear being replaced by it.
Exactly.
Okay, that makes sense.
Those who understand and utilize AI will be the ones thriving in this new landscape.
Got it.
Now let's dive into something a little more personal. Human connection.
Okay.
This is where AI starts to get really interesting and maybe a little unsettling for some.
Okay, I'm intrigued.
Yeah.
How does AI factor into, like, human relationships? Were you talking about robot friends?
Well, it's not that far off, actually.
Really?
Mo talks about the rise of AI companions and virtual influencers, entities that are designed to engage with us on an emotional level, provide companionship, and even influence our decisions.
Hell on. People are forming, like, relationships with AI.
Yeah.
That sounds a bit like a Black Mirror episode.
It might sound strange, but it's already happening.
Wow.
And this raises some fascinating questions about the nature of connection in the digital age, you know?
Yeah.
In a world where technology can simulate empathy and companionship, how do we even define authentic human connection?
That's a good question.
Right.
I can see where that would get complicated. If AI can mimic human interaction, does that make genuine connection even more valuable?
That's precisely Mo's point.
Okay.
He believes that as AI blurs the lines between real and virtual, authentic human connection, the shared experiences, the vulnerability, just the messy beauty of it all will become even more precious.
So in a way, AI might help us appreciate what makes us human even more.
Right.
And speaking of things that make us human, let's talk about, like, truth and discernment in the age of AI.
Okay, yeah. This is perhaps the most crucial aspect of navigating the AI-powered future.
Okay.
As AI becomes more sophisticated, so does its ability to manipulate information,
Right.
create convincing deepfakes, and spread misinformation at an alarming rate.
It's like that old saying, don't believe everything you read on the internet, but on steroids.
Yeah.
How do we even begin to discern truth when AI can generate content that's practically indistinguishable from reality?
That's where critical thinking becomes our superpower.
Okay.
We need to approach information with a healthy dose of skepticism, question everything, verify sources, and be wary of information that's designed to confirm our biases rather than challenge them.
It feels like we're living in a science fiction novel, you know?
Right.
But it's our reality. AI is evolving so fast, and with it comes, like, a lot to be excited about, but some big questions too.
Oh.
What can we actually do to thrive in this AI-powered world Mo keeps describing?
Well, Mo believes we can all navigate this new landscape.
Okay.
And he actually offers some surprisingly practical advice.
Okay.
He calls it our AI survival guide.
Okay, I like it.
The first step is surprisingly simple. Actually, learn the tools.
Learn the tools. Does that mean we all need to become coders overnight or AI engineers?
Not even close.
Oh.
Mo emphasizes that you don't need a PhD to be a part of this, you know?
Okay.
He suggests starting with something as easy as hopping onto a platform like ChatGPT or Gemini and asking, what AI tools should someone in your field know about?
It's like dipping your toes in the water.
Yeah.
Seeing what's out there and how you can leverage these tools to your advantage no matter what you do.
Exactly.
Got it. So we've tackled the tools.
Yeah.
What's the next step in our AI survival guide? How do we navigate this world of deep fakes and AI-generated content and all of that?
That brings us to Mo's second key piece of advice.
Okay.
Become a truth seeker.
Oh?
Remember how we talked about AI's ability to manipulate information?
Yes.
This is where our human skills come in.
So like channeling our inner fact checkers.
Yes. Mo encourages us to approach everything with a healthy dose of skepticism. Don't just accept headlines or social media posts at face value. Question the source, look for evidence, consider different perspectives.
Yeah, it's about remembering that AI might be great at telling us what we want to hear, but we have to be the ones to go out and find what's true. And on that note, there was something you said earlier about AI companions and virtual influencers. Isn't that basically AI designed to tell us what we want to hear?
That's a great point, and it actually leads perfectly into Mo's final piece of advice.
Okay.
Embrace human connection.
Okay.
As AI blurs the lines between real and virtual, authentic human interaction becomes like our superpower.
So in a world increasingly driven by AI, It's our ability to connect with each other on a human level with empathy and understanding. That's what sets us apart.
Exactly. Nurturing those relationships, both personal and professional, that becomes even more critical in this landscape. Mo even argues that in a world of instant communication and virtual connection, face-to-face interaction will become even more valuable.
It's like they say, the more things change, the more they stay the same.
Yeah.
Technology is advancing at an incredible pace. But the core of who we are as humans, our need for connection, empathy, shared experiences, that's what matters.
And that's really what Mo leaves us with, this powerful challenge. We're at this really unique moment, right? The cusp of this AI-powered future that could bring incredible abundance and maybe even solve some of the world's biggest challenges. But the future isn't set in stone, right? It's not this predetermined path. It's up to us to shape it ethically and thoughtfully.
So it's not just about understanding the technology itself, but it's also about us looking inward,
Yeah.
examining our values, making sure that we're using these incredibly powerful tools for good.
Mm.
It's about asking ourselves, what kind of future do we want to build, and what role do we want AI to play in that future? Something to think about as we all dive headfirst into this exciting and unknown territory. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive into AI. Until next time.